Good morning, guys. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Becca. Today we are going to be tackling a very simple and quick speed clean. We had so much going on this day and I honestly just threw dinner together. I'm going to prep dinner really quick. This is one of my go-to meals. It's ready in like 15 or 20 minutes max. And then I'm going to go ahead and quickly reset the kitchen. Nothing spectacular. Sometimes when you are doing a reset, it's literally just a 15 or 20 minute timer and you just kind of speed clean around the house. You pick up what you can see and put it somewhere where it needs to go, or just kind of clean up in one area that you know you can tackle in that time and then save the rest for tomorrow. That's what we're doing. We had a productive day and dinner was simple, which I love. So the cleanup was fairly easy. Don't forget to get something done with me. Don't forget to subscribe also if you have not already. I have a ton of cleaning motivation. I'll go ahead and link that down below. I'm going to watch a few YouTube videos while I prep dinner and then we will get into cleaning. So I'm still watching YouTube videos. I love to watch YouTube videos while I'm doing the dishes, or I will put it kind of like in the windowsill and then I get lost in the trees watching the birds outside. Let me know what you like to do while you clean. Can you clean in silence? I absolutely cannot. I love to clean with music on in the background, or I have some sort of show on in the background. It just makes, I feel like it makes it go quicker. I'm gonna wrap up the dishes and then scrub out the sink with some Barkeeper's Friend. It desperately needed a good scrubbing, and then that will be it for today. I will see you guys on Sunday. Again, don't forget to subscribe, and I hope you know that you're doing amazing. got some pretty fun videos planned for fall and Halloween. I have a porch video coming up, a few DIY videos, and then a Halloween decorate and bake with me. So don't forget to subscribe so that you don't miss any of those videos. I hope that this gave you a little bit of gentle encouragement just to get something done, even if it is that 5-minute tidy up. I will see you guys in the next one. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Becca. Hopefully you can hear me over my coffee pot. Just give it a second. Okay, so today is Sunday. I didn't film anything this weekend. It was my little guy's birthday. As you can see, we're taking down decor. I have a few things that I'm going to recycle. If you're new to my channel, I have a 5 and 3-year-old. I like to do like a birthday bin or birthday bucket. So I like to keep things on hand. I have a whole video. I just reorganized our like closet area where I keep all of my stuff, like extra birthday party decor. So I'm going to try to salvage as much as I can. Like the birthday sign, and then I got this at Dollar Tree a few years ago. Some of the candles are coming off, but it's really cute. It makes them feel special, so I usually leave that for like at least 3 or 4 days. So we are gonna save this, the happy birthday sign, and then Dollar Tree has these really cute like it's almost like a makeshift photo booth, and they have like a theme. I ripped it, but I can tape it back together. A construction theme. I found the space theme. I found a train theme, a car theme, dinosaurs. I have all of them, and I just use these as like hanging decoration. I don't just hang them with streamers because are they called streamers? Yeah, the streamers, they're super cheap, and honestly like they're paperweight, so it's very thin. So I'm gonna save these if we do like a theme at school or a space day, anything like that, or sometimes we just like to decorate. I want to do laundry and bedding, so I need to get that started in the washer. My kids are watching Bluey. I want to dust the windows and the ceiling fans. They're kind of getting dusty, I can tell, so that needs to be done. I don't know if I'm going to get to all three. I'm kind of like, it's shot in the dark. I want to deep clean the laundry room, just like wipe down the appliances and mop the floor. The floor's pretty gross in there. Clean out the fridge. I did a deep dive in the fridge, I want to say last month. I don't have time to do it today, but I just at least want to wipe it out. Fridge is pretty empty. This is the week that we're going to end up going to Costco tomorrow. We have a lot going on today. My husband is working on the deck, so if you hear any noise, he's outside cutting up a lot of the joists for the deck. And then finally he's going to be able to put the composite decking on top, so I'm really excited to see that. You guys, I cannot wait for this before and after video, like night and day for the backyard. Clean out the fridge, declutter some of my clothes. I don't know if I'm gonna get to that, but I hope so. And then obviously you need to do the bathrooms. So I did the floors last night. Welcome to my house, I like to chat. I did the floors last night, mopped and swept in here like really well. I just did the hall tree. You guys saw that like a few days ago. I'm not gonna bother with it. We're in and out of the mud today. We're gonna be planting trees. We have 2 new trees. If I can fit that in this video, I will. If not, you'll probably see it on like Thursday. We just have a lot to do. I have a lot of like little things I want to get done. I don't want to spend all day cleaning, so I'm going to try to get this in like 2 hours. If you have anything you need to get done with me, put this on the background on your phone, on your TV, and just go to town with me, because I feel like we're going to be cleaning a lot. And when I have a lot of like little things that I mentally write down on my brain dump, then I'm just like ready to go. So I'm gonna drink my coffee. I'm eating a cupcake for breakfast because why not? Oh, my glasses on, so I'm like disoriented. So cheers, let's get started.
On a run from my given disaster, speed away from the holy mind, pride. That's where I never thought it would matter. If I'm gone by now, all my weakness keep on linger on repeat like it will be my favorite song. Oh, I know I should be moving on, but you got me good, I keep on trying to
get that started. One tip I would say is like if you're cleaning, sometimes I forget and I'll just like boomerang back and forth to like 100 different places when I'm like in the kitchen, do what needs to get done in the kitchen and move on like room by room. It's cleaner, and like while it's fresh in your brain, you'll get more done.
still it feels like I pretend. Keep on driving along the road tonight. Lost my head on Vilma's back between the jars and bottle jack. Just me and all the red lights. Keep on driving. From a hot California, I forgot how you look like in rain. That's why I never thought it would matter. If I'm gone by now, all my weakness keep on linger on repeat like it will be my favorite song. Oh, I know I should be moving on, but you got me good.
So our fridge was completely empty. I didn't have too much to clean out in here, as you can see, but I do like to take this opportunity right before we go to the grocery store. Anytime that our fridge is pretty barren like this, I like to definitely wipe out as much as I can. Definitely the bottom drawer, there's always a ton of fruit and vegetable like little crumbs, and so it just takes maybe 2 or 3 minutes to wipe out the fridge. Nothing too serious, but it definitely helps when I go to deep clean the fridge, so hopefully nothing is super sticky and just like stuck to the bottom of the fridge. So I'm going to do that and then just kind of take note of what we need for our grocery trips. I'll get into a grocery haul later, and then now I'm going to work on my son's bathroom.
Keep on driving till it bends, still it feels like I pretend. Keep on driving along the road tonight. Lost my head on Vilma's back between the jars and bottle jack. Just me and all the red lights.
If you are new to my channel, my name is Becca. I'm a stay-at-home mom to now 5 and 3-year-old, and I have 2 little boys. I feel like nobody talks about when you have a little one turning 5. The age gap or age jump from like 4 to 5 is just crazy. How curious they are, how much they just grow in that year, and it was just like such a bittersweet birthday. It was one of those that nobody talks about. Your little ones are no longer in the toddler stage, so it was definitely just a very emotional weekend and one of those that I will cherish forever, just like every other birthday. So we went on a ton of family adventures. We went to an alpaca farm. My kids absolutely love them. I of course told my husband that I wanted to bring one home, and I found out that you actually needed to have 3 alpacas. You can't have just one, so we would definitely have to have more land for that. But they were so sweet, you guys. My boys had the best time. It was really sweet. We went to museums. We had a family party at Chuck E. Cheese. Does anybody remember Chuck E. Cheese? Yeah, it made me feel so old when we walked in, but it was really fun. So we're just gonna tidy up the house. We've been kind of partying the last few days and just having a lot of fun family time. I really enjoyed it, and my son had a blast, so that's what matters. I love how when we have just a lot of family time, I kind of just let the house go and the chores pile up, but it's nothing that a few hours can't fix. So if you're hanging in there with me, get anything you can done today. Don't forget to subscribe if you are new to my channel. I would love if you say hello down below. I'm actually spraying Fabuloso in the sink down the drain just because I love how it smells in the shower when it's clean, and then I'll let it actually sit in the toilet as well.
You're my best friend. Didn't care about the rules, good on the weekends. I'll be in fools, drifting to deep space. So brave and so stupid, just like the movies. I was gonna stay in the fight with you, just thinking we would do this until we couldn't do it. Each and every high, every night with you. You and me so clueless. We were just broken, shattered, singing along to nothing matters. Stray around like nighttime rumors. We were in too deep. In your worn out sweaters, thinking we'll be young forever. Driving in your mom's old hatchback, and we were in too deep. Cause I'm thinking we'll be young, be young, be young. Cause I'm thinking we'll be young forever. Cause I'm thinking we'll be young, be young, be young. Cause I'm thinking we'll be.
So I've been recently using the Tilex shower cleaner. I think it's with bleach. Don't quote me on that. I don't remember. I used it in my last video. It's been about 2 weeks, and I do like it. I don't feel like it gets rid of like the hard water stains, but I do think that it helps kind of cut down on any of the buildup. We have really hard water, and it's so incredibly hard to keep up with the hard water stains. It's just like a never-ending battle. So if you have any tips, let me know. I like this product. I don't think it'll be a repurchase for me, but I'm definitely not dissatisfied with it. I think it definitely does its job. So super quick grocery hauls here. We do like to frequent multiple stores, especially when our fridge, you kind of saw, we kind of had eaten through everything, and we knew we were doing a bunch of different events, so we just kind of waited until things slowed down. My husband picked up some of the kielbasa. He picked up the bacon. Surprisingly, you guys, bacon is so expensive right now. So he found a really big coupon on Ibotta. If you don't use Ibotta, you get so much money back. We are running low on beans. We eat beans with like absolutely everything in our house. I of course needed the pumpkin spice creamer. It's not the same, but it definitely tastes pretty good. There was also money back on Ibotta for this brand of pasta. So I've actually never seen this package. I asked my husband, I was like, what is this? It looks really expensive. And he's like, no, it's just a different type. I'll typically be the person that buys whatever's on sale. We picked up ground beef, milk. My husband wanted Red Bulls. And on Sunday mornings, we get some kind of pastry, whether that's donuts, cinnamon rolls, you name it. It's one of those morning breakfasts. There's a lot going on Sunday. And here is our Costco haul. We picked up salmon. Absolutely swear by these. They are great. These croissant sandwiches for my sons in the morning. And then we picked up the turkey breast. I love the sandwich meat from Costco. You get a huge pack and it's so cost effective. We picked up a ton of fruit. So plum cods, eggs, bananas, cucumbers, avocados. I love their Caesar salads. These Caesar salads usually last us an entire week or two. We actually split the salad in half. I swear these salads could feed like maybe 6 people. So between our family of 4, they last for quite a while. We picked up Monterey Jack and mild cheddar cheese. We eat tomatoes with like every meal in our house. A ton of apples. We picked up some grapes and strawberries, raspberries. We had like no fruit in the fridge. So oranges, the fruit typically will last me about 2 weeks between all of us and the kids. I put half of the bread in the freezer already. I freeze the bread immediately when we come home. It lasts us for quite some time. We actually picked up, I forget what these are, nectarines or peaches. I don't know. They were super ripe and they were really good. So we already had gotten into them. Some of the Rouse pasta sauce, lemonade, lemons. I love lemon water. These tiny little pumpkins, I couldn't say no. They were so cute. We ate half of the pizza while we were putting away the groceries, some paper plates, and then saltine crackers. So now I'm going to get into just wiping down the washer and dryer. This is our mud room, and my husband has been doing so much work outside, so it's just caked in dust and dirt, and you guys will see later. I just spray Fabuloso on the floor and just go to town kind of scrubbing it, because whatever I was doing with the spray mop or hand mopping was not working. You'll see how much grime gets up off of the floor. It was pretty bad. I don't think it matters what type of mop I try or whatever I use. I think it's just like ingrained in me from my mom, and it just kind of old school to hand mop. So I will always love hand mopping. Is it a little tedious? Absolutely. Does it take more time? Yes. This technically isn't the correct way to hand mop, but it worked for today. You can just see all of the dirt and grime that came up. I used paper towels because I expected it to be a little bit muddier. We have a lot of like red clay dirt, and it just is so incredibly hard to get out of my microfiber rags. So I just used Fabuloso, and then I decided to scrub it. You'll see some like hiding socks back there. I didn't know until I was editing this video. So I'm just kind of trying to loosen up the dirt and the grime, and then I'll come back with wet paper towels, and I do the wet paper towels twice just to go over it once and then look at all that's gross, and then I'll do it again with just super hot water to get as much off as I can. My little spray mop has actually given out, so I'm interested in, is it the Cedar Mop? You guys, the bucket is just so big. I don't have a place to store the bucket, and it would sit on the floor, collect dust when I'm not using it. I don't know, I'm undecided. Either that or the Bona spray mop. I love having a spray mop, especially for like those super quick spills. So I'm going to go ahead and dust the fans. I like to do a dry dusting. It catches, I feel like, more dust than versus if you're just spraying a microfiber rag and then collecting dust. Speaking of dust, you'll see all the dust flying on this entertainment center. It was pretty bad. I don't think I've done this for a few weeks. So if you're dusting, sometimes a dry dusting before you go in with some any sort of cleaner or Like if you're using Pludge or Windex or whatever you use, try dry dusting first and then go back and clean later. It'll save you so much time. Thank you for hanging out with me. I hope that this gave you just a little bit of gentle encouragement to tackle whatever you can around your home, one step at a time. I will see you guys in the next video. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already.
Conversation, and you seem to agree with me, but when there's complications, you withdraw and leave me to be. When there's a problem, you become like a wall, and every time I trip, it's a free fall. Why don't you help me the way I help you? You don't have to save me, just be.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It is Monday. I'm going to make another cup of coffee. I have a lot that I kind of want to get done today. You guys saw me cleaning yesterday. Today's just kind of like a little bit of organizing, decluttering. I have 3 massive loads of laundry sitting on the sofa. I want to fold the laundry before we start homeschool. My name is Becca. If you're new here, I'm a stay-at-home mom. I have a 5 and 3-year-old. We do homeschool. If any of that interests you, don't forget to subscribe and start laundry, and then we will get into homeschool. And then I want to declutter my closet, my side. My husband already did his side of the closet. I want to clean out some of our kitchen cabinets, just kind of like rearrange them, go through the junk drawer, see if anything needs to be junked or trashed or what have you, and then get a few other little things done around the house, grab something that you need to get done and get it done with me. But first, coffee.
When I'm feeling down, you're just not there, making sure I'm okay. Why don't you help me the way I help you?
So I've had this laundry sitting on the sofa for what seems like maybe 2 or 3 days, maybe even longer. I am the first one to throw a load in the washer, and then I forget about it, and it's like, okay, wait, I have to do bedding. And then the laundry just keeps going. So I'm gonna tackle laundry first. I honestly tend to save laundry last because it's my least favorite house chore. Let me know what your least favorite house chore is. I figured today, if I got it out of the way, it would be just one less thing that I have to like look forward to and kind of procrastinate against. I wanted to make sure it got done, get it out of the way, and then I'll move on.
You're such a sensitive guy. When your friends are hurting, you make sure to stick around. But when it comes to me, you don't wanna know. Yeah, every time I trip, it's a free fall. Why don't you help
This morning is a little bit out of schedule for us. It's something that I don't typically do laundry or cleaning right away, but I knew that if I didn't tackle this laundry when I told myself I was ready to do it, probably wouldn't get done until that evening. So I will go ahead and put all this away, and then I'll start homeschool with the boys. Again, we do homeschool a 5 and 3-year-old. We are using The Good and the Beautiful, and a ton of extra manipulatives that I just like to throw in there with my youngest and with my oldest. Sometimes I gauge the day. It depends on if we're doing a super structured lesson or if we're doing something like this where it's more hands-on. Whiteboard books, we kind of just gauge how everybody's feeling for the morning, and I love homeschool because we can literally do it at any time of the day.
You're far away, and yet so close. Yeah, I feel that. Yeah, I feel that. Yeah, you're up in space. You're inside the noise. I can feel you.
So today was a library day. We live in a pretty small town, so our library is only open 2 days a week. We definitely try to make it both of those days. My sons absolutely adore the library. There's always so much to do there. And I feel like when the weather gets a little bit cooler, we are in the library so much more. I definitely am the one that will pick out as many books as I can just to last us through the week. We like to frequent multiple, but the one close to home is definitely our favorite. So we checked out quite a few books just to kind of break up the day. And it's one of those free activities. Sometimes I do forget about the library, even though it offers so much entertainment. It's a little bit gloomy this day, but it wasn't too bad. So now we're back home. I'm going to switch over yet again another load of laundry.
Once you've seen all the things, all the places, I hope it means that you'll come home to me. Once you've traveled the world, all the spaces inside your heart. I hope I'll be your
So just a super quick fall kids clothing haul. We like to shop at Kohl's pretty often. I love that store. They literally have home decor, clothes, anything I could need. Everybody goes into the store together. And oftentimes we all end up going in as a family. So like I can shop for everybody and the boys have something to look at with dad. They'll go to the toy section or the books or what have you. So my boys each picked out their own sweater, and they actually picked out the same. Spider-Man is a big deal right now. So I found just a bunch of pants, and I like these joggers. This brand, it's the Jumping Beans brand from Kohl's. I don't know if it's exclusive to Kohl's or not, but I've been buying this brand for some years, and I actually really love it. All of their clothes last a really long time. So I love the fact that these pants have the reinforced knee. I did actually haul from, I believe, Walmart a few weeks ago, a ton of shirts for my kids, and between that and Kohl's, my boys are pretty much set besides rain boots for fall and winter. Anything that needs to be purchased that'll be heavier, I'm definitely going to wait till around December. So I am the mom that will buy one pair of pants in every color. They have the reinforced knee, a functional drawstring, pockets. Heaven forbid I buy pants without pockets to hold all of my kids' rocks that they find in the yard. And then I love that around the ankles they are a little bit tighter, like a jogger style, so they don't get dragged in the mud and just don't rip. So it's super simple haul, but definitely something that we needed. For the kitchen, I had 2 cabinets that I wanted to just kind of straighten up and make sure everything had a match. It was kind of in disarray, and I had a ton of lids that didn't match anything. So I'm going to straighten that up. These are my favorite rice containers. Number one, the rice is super delicious, but these containers are amazing, and they have these little handles in the back. Absolutely love them. I have so many of them around the house. So I'm going to straighten up this cabinet and then move on to the next one.
I try to figure out who I am. Not sure what I'm doing here. And the days don't work out the way I thought they would. And before you there was no one who understood. Never found somewhere I fit in. Until I met you I was feeling lost. But you're the one who can make it go away. All you have to do is look at me. Sometimes I can't breathe, but it feels like you're the one who saves me. When I try, but don't succeed. Yeah, it feels like you're the one
Both my Pyrex lids are literally just like splitting in half. We've had them forever, but I don't know why they're falling apart, and I've broken quite a few of the glass dishes, so I definitely need to purchase a new set. But it is kind of nice sometimes when you are going through cabinets just to kind of see if anything needs to be decluttered or anything needs to be tossed out, which obviously I need to replace this set.
It's not easy, but I'm feeling stronger with you. And the days don't work out the way I thought they would. And before you, there was no one who understood. Sometimes I can't see, but it feels like you're the one who saves me. When I try, but don't succeed. Yeah, it feels like you're the one who saves me. The one who saves me. I'll give you my everything. It's not much, but it's all I have.
You know we could run to a place where we belong, but I need you there with me to go on. Sometimes I can't see, but it feels like you're the one who saves me. When I try, but don't succeed. Yeah, it feels like you're the one who saves me.
Okay, so now onto the closet. These two bins sit in the top of mine and my husband's closet. I have some in my boys' closet. We all have them, and it's just kind of overflow for seasonal clothing. This dress I've had forever. I purchased it when I was pregnant with my first, and I refuse to get rid of it. It's just one of those pieces that will always match, and honestly, I feel good in it, so why get rid of it? So I thought I was going to get rid of quite a bit, and now watching this back, I'm looking at these blazers. Like, I've pulled these out probably 6 times in the last like 4 or 5 years. I've never worn them. I don't work a 9 to 5 anymore, so there's really no need to hang on to them. I should probably declutter those soon. You can see I'm second guessing like every piece, but one of my friends on here, Live, Laugh, and Love with Jen, is her YouTube handle. Jen is so sweet, but she's always decluttering, and it's just a really good reminder. I watched one of her videos, and I was like, you know what? Even if I declutter one piece, it's better than nothing. So definitely just one of those things that I need to get in the habit of. I was trying on this hat, asking my sons if I should keep it. They thought it was funny. So I got rid of a few things, not as much as I anticipated, but anything is better than nothing.
You ain't got enough of this fever, I know, I know. Nothing would remain and you don't wanna go, so go. Cause you're picking your place, no time to waste. I wanna love you but life doesn't wait. You can't stay here and waste away. You need to taste every mistake, fall out and get up again and again. Again and again and again and again. I'll be with you.
So I decided to declutter this bag. I purchased this. My husband and I went to a Dodgers baseball game back in Colorado ages ago. That's the one time I wore this purse. I've never ever used it since. This one I don't grab for anymore. This little pouch purse I don't use anymore. And these are some pillowcase covers, but our pillows don't fit in there anymore. These sweaters I've had, oh my goodness, forever and a day. And again, I don't work in an office anymore, so got rid of all of that. Here's an update on the deck if you're following along with our backyard saga. We are doing so much back here, and my husband wrapped us up this weekend. We are almost at the finish line with this project. We still need to put a little bit more rocks, some landscaping, things like that, but it was really fun to just kind of see it come together. You guys, I had this bright idea to put some bird feeders that I found on clearance for like $2 at Dollar General, and I wanted to put them out. We have so many birds just eating our fruit trees right now. So I thought I'll put a bird feeder or a few on the other side of our garden. We have a ton of fruit trees, and it just would not go in the ground. I was getting so many rocks or dead tree stumps. I don't know what was in the soil. We have really hard, rocky soil. And my husband was working, so I'm extremely stubborn and impatient. I could not get this in the ground. I used a mallet, I used a rock, I used my kid's hammer. You name it, I tried. I even tried pouring water. It just was literally a nightmare, but I was determined to get it in the ground, whether it was crooked or not. So I took a break. These are the trees that we just planted. We planted a really big sycamore, and then I think it's, oh my goodness, I always forget the name. I'll put it on the screen. But my idea is to have some raised garden beds back here. Again, there's a blackberry bush. They never cease to amaze me. They pop up. Even if you rip it out, there's like 5 more that come along. So there's just kind of an overview. We have all of this that we have to plan. We have no idea what we're doing with that dead space yet. Here my husband is teaching me. I wanted to kind of be a part of putting the deck together. So we ended up going with the Trex decking, which is a very seamless look. It kind of just snaps together like I would refer it to like the vinyl plank flooring that you kind of just snap together or notch together. I'm not sure how to explain it, but there you don't see the screws, and I liked that look. It's something that we don't have to maintain. I don't have to come out here and pressure wash it, restain it every few years. I wanted minimal maintenance, and so did my husband. So a little bit of an investment, but in the long run it's definitely going to pay off, and I think it's going to look beautiful with the gazebo. So I did one piece of the decking. It was really fun, but honestly my husband had a lot more patience than I did. So this is almost finished, and once we get the gazebo up, I will share kind of like a time lapse of everything in the backyard, and I think it'll be really fun to look back and kind of see how the backyard has evolved. We have so many ideas. My husband and I talk about how many ideas and plans that we have for the backyard, but you guys, it's just ever evolving, and it's just getting to that time of year where we are trying to get all of these projects wrapped up, and every time we start one project, we're like, hey, maybe we should do this while we're doing that. So anyways, back to this bird feeder. I loved this. I think it's a rooster. I don't know. It's a wind thing. I'm not sure the name of it, but I thought it was cute, and it just turned into this entire project. So funny story is when we put these bird feeders out, the deer found the bird feeders. I thought they were hanging high enough, and I'll insert a picture, but they were in the backyard, and then I moved this to the front yard. They came to the front yard. It just kind of turned into a nightmare, so I had to move them, but it was fun. While it lasted, the birds enjoyed it. Now the bird feeder is just holding a bunch of wind chimes. I need to find a taller bird feeder. If you have any suggestions, let me know. My kids are watching Muppet Babies, so you're gonna hear them laughing. It's the cutest show.
Need to be your friend, and I'll meet you up, I'll meet you at the end. I'll be with you always. You don't need to be your friend. I'll meet you at the end.
This tiny little 10-minute project, it turned into like an hour ordeal. It was in the ground, but it was crooked. I even tried to use the T-post driver. That did not work. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will see you in the next one. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you have not already. Hey guys, good morning. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Becca. Today we are going to be doing something a little bit different. I upload a ton of cleaning and mom motivation on this channel. I thought it would be fun to kind of get back into DIYing. I have not had time to do that, so we are going to start with a fall front porch sign. I've been wanting one of these forever. Honestly, you guys, I just have a hard time paying like $30, $40, $50 for a piece of wood that's going to sit out in the rain and the snow and probably not make it through a few seasons. So we had a ton of, I think these are 2x4s. left in the backyard from some concrete forms that we're doing various projects with. My husband actually cut it down to I think about 6 feet, and then we had a ton of these little stakes that we were using or not using any longer. So my husband pre-drilled some holes. My son, shout out to my 5-year-old, he was holding the camera for me. It was so cute and he did such a good job. I just screwed them in the back just kind of like a support. These are extremely heavy. These are not really made like the signs that you purchase in store. My husband did actually find some wider fence post panels, so if you are going to be recreating something like this, the wider fence panels that you would use like in your backyard fencing, they run about $5 a piece and they're pretty lightweight compared to these 2x4s. So I would pick one of those up. I don't think you would need to brace the back of it unless you're trying to put a stand together. I looked on the internet, I found so many different signs. I just kind of pulled inspiration from a few of them, and I ended up just creating a pumpkin, a really cute ghost, and then the word boo. I wanted something a little bit whimsical, nothing too spooky or too scary. I have some tiny little guys. They are 5 and 3, and I personally don't like to decorate super scary for Halloween, so I thought it would be something that we can keep out throughout the entire fall season and not just Halloween. So I went ahead and just created these on regular paper. I used a Sharpie from my husband's toolbox. You could use a regular marker. I just like to have something that I can paint in the lines. I definitely am not a freehand painting person. Today was also one of those days. We were just kind of going back and forth between so many different projects back there. We had some landscaping in the front, and then my husband was working on the deck. And so this was just something super fun. I miss doing DIYs. I miss being creative, and it was honestly such a blast to do something this fun and not have any sort of parameters. We could kind of just go with whatever we felt like creating, and I loved that I could just use whatever we had on hand. So think outside of the box when you are DIYing. If you find something in the store, I am the type of person that if I find it, I'm definitely gonna try to make it myself. Even though that may not be everybody's forte, I personally love having a creative outlet, and this is one of those. It was really inexpensive and it was just something really fun to do. If you are creating an outdoor sign, you don't need to buy expensive paint. I think this is the Michaels brand, is equivalent to the apple barrel paint at Walmart. I love Dollar Tree. If you're new to my channel, I'm a stay-at-home mom of 2, like I've mentioned before. You'll hear me talk about Dollar Tree all the time. The only thing I will say is I do not recommend Dollar Tree's acrylic paint. It's $1.25 now, so $1.25 versus I believe Walmart's apple barrel paint is still cheaper. And honestly, the apple barrel paint covers so much better than Dollar Tree. You're gonna have to use multiple coats. Same with this Michaels paint. This Michaels paint is amazing, and it was, I think it's under $1. I don't remember the last time I paid for it, but it is fairly inexpensive and it covers really well. I did go ahead and do 2 coats on here just to make sure that when I do go over it with the wood stain, that it was going to protect the wood. This is not wood that is treated. It wasn't pre-treated for anything, so it's definitely something that you need to keep in mind. If you are creating something, buy wood that is treated to be outside, or just pick up a really inexpensive stain. That way, if you do end up leaving it outside and you get all of the harsh seasons, that whatever you're painting on and the wood that you're actually using is going to be protected through that weather and it's not going to rot. Was really sweet. These are memories that I love, especially when my sons like to get involved. They were really excited to help mommy paint. So my oldest helped me paint the letters, and then my youngest actually helped me paint the ghost you can see here. So it was just really fun. And then whatever wood was left over, I think it was like a 4-foot section, I just was like, hey, let's make another sign. And you'll see later that my sons helped me draw some spiders, and then we just wrote spooky. A really fun project. It's something that I'm always going to remember, and I honestly love that there's a little bit of a story behind these signs. see my sons adding each of their spiders, and then we added quite a few more. The stain that I actually used is something that my husband had laying around from when we were sealing the joists in the deck, so I would recommend a different type of stain. I was just trying to use what we had on hand. I absolutely adore how this turned out. It's so cute. It gives the porch a little bit of personality. It's simple, but it's not too spooky. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope that that encourages you that no matter what your budget is, you can always find a way to make something that you want, if it's on a tight budget or a large budget. I have a ton of videos coming up. I thought this was a great and fun way to kind of start October and this spooky season. I will see you guys in the next video. Don't forget to give this a thumbs up and subscribe if you have not already.
Sometimes when I'm thinking about us before we got lost and we parted.
Hey guys, good morning. Welcome back to my channel. Happy Sunday. It is the start of another week. I'm so excited that the fall weather is here to stay, hopefully. My name is Becca. I'm gonna go ahead and share an after dark clean with me. I have a quick grocery haul, and then we had a really relaxing weekend, so I'm gonna do my typical Sunday reset this weekend, and then I'll share that with you either on Monday or Tuesday. I have a few exciting videos coming up, so let's just get something done together. Grab something that you need to get done, set a quick 10 to 15 minute timer, get something cleaned with me, and let's go ahead and get started.
We would carry on and we'd do anything for what we started. But this time we could break. I'm running dry, everything's the same. We'll try tonight, but this time we're not safe and sound. Not safe and sound. What if I'm no good for you? What if you're no good for me? Yeah. What if I'm no good for you? What if you're no good for me? Yeah. Sometimes when I'm reasoning about us, I know you got me, it's so effortless. Back to back we would carry on and we'd do anything for what we started. But this time
If you're new here and you have not watched any of my previous videos, just to take a minute to introduce myself, again, I'm a stay-at-home mom of two. I live in a super small town with my husband and my two little sons. They are 5 and 3. We do homeschool. I absolutely love coffee. You'll see my coffee bar back here. You guys, I've never done a coffee bar before, so it was super fun to put this together. I'll have that up later this week. My sons are absolutely loving having some sort of Halloween decor out. Let me know if you decorate for Halloween super spooky, or do you keep it light and a little bit fun? As my kids get older, I imagine that we'll get into more of like the spooky decor. My husband and I look at the decor all the time at Lowe's and Home Depot, and it's super fun, but our little guys get a little freaked out. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish wiping down the counters. We do live in a super small town. We live in a manufactured mobile home, and we are in love with anything DIY. We actually went to Lowe's last night, and I have a really fun idea for the dining room. I either want to do board and batten, or I want to do some sort of like fake shiplap or some sort of wall treatment. I don't know. We were playing around with ideas. I'll insert some pictures here, things that are kind of like pre-made. I don't know if I'll do a wallpaper, but I just have so many ideas. Once we're done with the backyard, we'll start redoing things inside just to make our home a little bit more personal to our taste.
I'm running dry, everything's the same. We'll try tonight, but this time we're not safe and sound. Not safe and sound. What if I'm no good for you? What if you're no good for me? Yeah. What if I'm no good for you? What if you're no good for me? Yeah. What
done with the dishes. I'm gonna spray the sink. It's a mixture of a little bit of dish soap, like 1 or 2 drops, some vinegar and water, and I let this sit in the sink overnight. I'll wipe everything down and then I wake up and the sink is super sparkling for about 5 seconds. I'm gonna go ahead and finish that.
It doesn't matter what you're gonna say. I just need time right now. I'm going alone tonight. I don't need nobody else but me. But I'm thinking about the way the way you make me grounded. Thinking about the way you used to hold me like a stone in the water, singing down, down, down. I'm still falling for ya. Forget what I said, just come on over. Oh, forget what I said, just come on over. I know you wanna try, give me that space. I know you wanna.
Go ahead and replace the kitchen towels, and then I will do a super quick spot mop under the table. Again, we homeschool, so everything is done at this table. There's erasers, glue, googly eyes, whatever we do that day, and all of the food. Sometimes I don't want that stuck in the vacuum, so I'm gonna quickly wipe that up. And then these things I tossed in the freezer as soon as we came home, but we picked up some taquitos, and then for Shetta, I like to have easy meals on hand. These are definitely my toddler's favorites right now, so anytime we see them on sale, we will grab the large box. And then we picked up some egg roll wrappers. We were gonna try a new recipe with these. We picked up 2 gallons of milk, a box of Raisin Bran. Absolutely love Raisin Bran. It's one of the best cereals ever. We picked up some orange juice, and then we ran out of jelly, so we needed jelly. I typically don't cook with vegetable oil, so we picked up a small one just to have on hand. My husband was trying a recipe and it wasn't in the cabinet, so we needed it. Butter, we go through butter like water. Chili for a quick lunch, and grapefruit, half and half. I go back and forth between the holiday creamers, and sometimes I just want like regular half and half. Let me know down below if you are stuck on pumpkin or if you've switched it up already to the Christmas flavors. A few monsters for my husband. And I thought this was an interesting flavor. To me, it sounds nasty, but my husband was intrigued to try it. Some tart cherry juice is actually really good. I've never tried this before. I'm not a fan of cherries, but my kids like it. Some Cheddar Bay biscuits, something fun to do on the side for dinner. We go through these so quickly. I'm super upset. Costco never carries this flavor. I would love if they did. It would be nice to buy it in bulk. And we picked up some refried beans. I'm always rotating the pantry, so anytime we run out, we like to pick them up when they're on sale. A really large bag of rice, some yogurt for the kids, and then I think we also picked up some donuts. Anytime we do a grocery run, we'll pick up some sort of sweet pastry and bread. The sweet pastry is just so that I can get groceries done and breakfast is ready. I saw a few garage sales in town, so I decided to go ahead and check those out.
Find another reason. I know you wanna lie, making me stay. But let's talk. Are you at the avenue? I don't need nobody else.
There were so many beautiful pieces at the garage sale. I found a few pieces of costume jewelry, and then I found these angels. My grandma wore angels exactly like this, and it just made me a little teary-eyed, so I picked them up just thinking that they would be fun to have and something to remember her by. It was a complete set, so I thought that was really sweet.
It doesn't matter what you're gonna say. I just need time right now. I'm going alone tonight. I don't need no.
We ended up going to a festival in town. The boys had the best time. There were so many vendors, so many different games. It was really sweet, and honestly, it was just a super lazy Saturday, so it was a ton of fun.
But I'm thinking about the way you make me grounded. Thinking about the way you used to hold me like a stone in the water, singing down, down, down. I'm still falling for ya. Forget what I said, just come on over. Oh, forget what I said, just come on over. I don't need nobody else but me. It doesn't matter what you're gonna say. I just need time right now. I'm going alone tonight. I don't need nobody
but I'm thinking about the way you make me grounded. I'm thinking of the way you.
Seeing how creative they were with setting up these games for the little ones, I'm gonna go ahead and finish up the floor, and that will wrap up today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe if you have not already, and I will see you in tomorrow's video.